Hello, everybody, wherever you may be. My name is Larry. My call sign's Kilo 7 Hotel November. I'd like to welcome you back to Ham Radio Live, a continuation of show number 32. Talking about speaker quality in radios today, and that we should be expecting more. And, it's not that I'm trying to put down radios, ham radios. In a way, I'm trying to improve them, trying to create some sort of a drive for people to expect more from their manufacturers. Because, quite honestly, the shortwave receivers that are out there, even from 20 years ago, have so much better sound than ham radios. I'm going to do something with you just to show you a really good example of what I'm talking about. Okay. This will maybe help drive the point home. All right. I'm going to have some pictures on the screen. I'm going to let you just see speakers. That's all we're going to do. Okay. Here's the first one. Okay. That's the first speaker. These are all ham radio transceiver speakers. Okay. So there's the first one. All right. And here's the second one. Give you a little bigger view of that. Looks kind of similar, right? Okay. It's not. It's a little different. Next one. Take a look at this one. Okay. A little bit fuzzy, but you get the general idea. That's it right there. Okay. All right. And then this one right here is the last one. Okay. And this one's obviously in a rig. So you get the idea. All right. So from all those photos, you see kind of the same thing. You really do. I mean, it's a one-way, small, 3 to 3.5 inch speaker that you hear your audio through. All right. And when we're talking about, just think of the advancements in ham radio in the last 20 years, just 20. And I know that because I know how much shortwave receivers have improved in the last 40. When you look at how much radio has improved with their sensitivity and selectivity ability, their IMD abilities, their ability to create a really strong receive chain, the advent of SDRs. And yet when we listen to, again, it's hard to do SDRs because SDRs, it depends on the speakers you're using. Some people will have really nice computer speakers that have subs and they've got, three-way speakers, even though they're small, they still sound better than a 3 or a 3.5 inch speaker inside a cabinet that sounds like this. A lot of static, I know. It's a shortwave broadcast, and that one's coming off of one antenna. Let me try the other one. I do want to make this as good as I can for you. About the same. All right, so we'll run off the vertical, and I'll let you hear that. Now, the show 32 that we just did, after I was done, I was like, man, I wasn't really good to you in that video. And please accept my apology. First of all, I said the word LCD television. I meant LED. I hope you understood that. It was just slip of the tongue. I want to show you the speaker you heard that on, the comparison between the shortwave receiver, the handheld, and the rig itself, which is a $4,000 now Yaesu FTDX 101 MP. All right. This is the speaker you heard that off of. Now that's the optional speaker that Yaesu sells for the 101D. Okay. It comes with the 101 MP. I believe it's what, the SP10. It's called SP10. Anyway, with the 101 MP, it comes with a power supply. So you get a power supply and that speaker. Now, this is what the actual rig speaker sounds like. I know there's a lot of audio noise in there. I know. A lot of static. I get it. All right. Again, handheld little Texan 8-inch radio. Okay. Same frequency.
When we told you over and over again, understand by what and by who.
Trying to get all that away from the RF from the monitors. But I mean, you know, you can hear clearly the difference. This sounds better than that. And I know that there's a lot more static in this one. I know there's not more QRN. There we go. Hold on. Still a lot of fade. All right. Gives you an idea, right? Okay. All right. I know it's deep in the mud. I get it. Handheld. So my point, it's good to get some music in there. That's good. That helps. That's helpful a little bit. So my point to this all is that we should be expecting more. We just should be from our manufacturers. When you think at the just the amount of advancement we've made in receiver technology, you know, you'd think that it wouldn't be that difficult for, you know, a receiver manufacturer, transceiver manufacturer to put in a better speaker, put in better driver to it, put in, you know, better, put in better equipment. That's my point. Everything's changed except for the fact that that speaker, for the most part, is exactly the same, just like I showed you in the 4 pictures. By the way, the most current photo, the newest speaker, is this one right here. This is the most current one, okay? And this one right here, believe it or not, is from 10 years ago. That's 10 years old. This one is the oldest one. This one is about 55 years old. This is an old ICOM, I think it's a 7, IC51. He's IC51. That's what that is. But you see, not much difference. There's just not much difference. That's one thing that hasn't changed a whole lot in our radios. And it's not meant to put any radio manufacturer down. It's meant to put them all down, to be honest. If it's a box with the knobs and not an SDR, you know, that has a speaker built in, we should expect more. We should. I mean, think of what you get for $4,000 in electronic gear that's not a ham radio transceiver. What kind of quality do you expect? What kind of, I mean, if it's audio, you expect it to sound good, right? But if you look at a ham radio that is current generation or within the last 5 years, and you listen to one that's 25 years old, that speaker is going to be the same kind of speaker. It's going to be basically the same speaker. 25 years, how much has receivers changed? How much receivers has changed? A great deal. That's why I think what Dr. Heil has done and saw the need in the market for a way to improve the sound that's coming in from our transceivers is so important and so revolutionary. And for hams that have hearing loss, it's a really good thing because it amplifies that sound that they're hearing and it allows them to hear better. So, that's the main point of it all. We haven't really evolved in any way in speaker technology. We haven't made bigger speakers other than the optional ones you can get. And we haven't done a whole lot of advancement when it comes to the audio sound that your ham radio brings. We just haven't. And that's an area that I really hope that the transceiver manufacturers, ICOM, Kenwood, Yaesu, Elecraft, Tentec, those folks that I hope that they really listen to and understand that, you know, somebody that has a really good sounding speaker system that's got some fidelity to it, and it is possible, Dr. Heil's proven that maybe has some control to that mid range so you can bring it in better and make it sound more pleasant. It's great. It's the way to do it. I think that it's a huge home run. I really do. And I think we should expect more. I'd like to show you something. It's exciting for me. I thought if I'm going to do something on the rig tonight for the first time since I've lived here, and this is now I'd been DXing here since we moved here 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago, and I'd always had RFI. I'd never not had it. This is the first time I haven't had RFI, and I really wanted to share that with everybody because I consider you all friends that follow the channel. I really do. This is a channel to encourage folks that are, wanting to be ham radio operators and thinking it's too hard to know that if an average guy like me can do it, so can you. You don't have to be a electrical engineer or a scientist or some kind of a major professional that's huge in mathematics to get your license. You don't. You can get your license. There's great online study tools out there that'll help you and great ham radio clubs. Yeah, they still exist. And those clubs are so excited to get people like you to get in touch with them. And the best place to start is with ARRL. That's the American Radio Relay League. They've been around forever. And, the neat thing about it is you get a hold of them and you tell them you'd like to find a local radio club to help you get started. And you can do it. You really can. You can get involved in ham radio so quickly, and then you're going to get hooked, and then you're going to start spending money, and you're going to go, holy mackerel, where'd all this money go to? So be careful there. But truly, you'll have a good time. You'll meet some wonderful people from all over the world. And, like I've told before, when I've passed my test, I didn't go get a steak dinner. I didn't go out and, you know, celebrate with my family. I probably should have. But instead, my desire was to buy an Amazon map. The old camera here. Show you one more time. My mess. My clothes heap over here, it seems like. But no, I bought a map and I put push pins on every single QSO I've ever had. And if there's a QSO that's already nearby, I just go ahead and try and put one close by. But you can see all through the US, Hawaii, the Caribbean. I've only got one that would be considered to be part of Africa, and that's the Canary Islands. One way up top. Never confirmed it though in Scotland. A ton in Japan, the Philippines, Indonesia, even one in the Middle East in Oman, then down into the southern part of Indonesia, and then there's quite a few in Australia. I've been very blessed and grateful to tell you that I've been able to get. So fun stuff. It's been really cool. And to talk to people in foreign lands, it's cool. It really is. You get a chance to meet some wonderful people who are very kind and honestly are just the sweetest doggone people. They really are. They love to tell you about themselves and tell you about their lives. That's the cool thing. Let's get to the rig cams where you're way zoomed in. Yep. Zooming out just a little bit. We'll take a look. We're on 40 meters. It's a good band to be at night. And the reason why is because when you're on the lower frequency bands, like 7 megahertz, 7 megahertz at night will travel quite far. It'll hit the F layer, as we talked about before in the propagation video. I think it was episode 30 or 29. We talked about propagation, and 40 meters, which is basically where we're at here, is a great frequency to be at for you to make those long distance calls. It really is. Now, if you have a directional beam, it's not crazy to honestly understand that if you're all the way over here on 20 meters, you can make some great calls there too. It's just so much of a pleasure to not have all that RFI everywhere. It really is. Now, what you're seeing here, a lot of these things here are digital. They're just digital. This might be a call. You see? It has the characteristics of phone. Nope. Okay. So that gives you an idea, but really it is fun and it's one of those things. So 40 at night is very good. That's 7 megahertz. So 7 is a nighttime frequency. 20 meters, which is here at 14 megahertz, is a good daytime frequency. Those are typically bread and butter. So bread for nighttime is your 7 meter 7 meter, your 7 megahertz band, which is 40 meters. Okay. Your daytime, your butter, is going to be 20 meters, which is 14 megahertz. So those are really good. They go hand in hand. Now you hear a lot of nets over on 80 meters. You get to 75, 80 meters in this area here. We're right now on 80. And, you can get some really interesting people here. You can meet some interesting folks. Okay. Now, what's funny about this, and I'll be really honest, is I'll be really honest here. Um, some of the stuff is talked about on nets that are on like 80 meters. If you have small kids, don't have them in the room. That's been my experience. I have heard everything talked about on 80 meters that I don't want to talk about here because I like to keep it family friendly. Just tell you, it's not always good. Let's see what we got here. No, got something here. Hang on a second. Let me get you over the rig cam just a second. Let me move you over so you can see what I'm seeing. And what's nice about this is it basically, you tune around and you just listen. And on every band, it works the same. The way that the band plan works is that on the lower end of each band is where you'll find your CW, and it's also where you're going to find your FT8, okay? Digital modes, like that, okay? This is FT8 actually right here. It's right in there, okay? So that's where you'll find them on every band. They're typically, they populate a certain area. Then on the upper end is where you're going to find your audio, people who are using phone, microphones and talking to people. And that's how all the bands work. They're set up that way in an orderly way so that people can use them and enjoy them. Just makes it simple. But that's how ham radio works in the United States. You have the opportunity to, use different frequencies and have a lot of fun. And top banders, which are here, you get to just above what we would consider the AM dial. So your AM radio ends at around 1700, 1710, right in there. Above that is 18. That's where the ham band actually starts. It's 1.8 to 2. So you know how your AM radio goes from 53 or 55 AM all the way up to 17 and change. Well, at 18, that's where it starts on the ham band. And it's pretty cool. You can listen to some wonderful people that are on this frequency. And essentially on 160, this is 160 megahertz. Excuse me, 160 meters. Sorry, 1.8 megahertz. And it's nice. You can find them. And again, like the other bands, the lowest part of it is going to be for Morse code and for digital modes. And then the top part of it is going to be for phone, for communication with your, with your microphone. So that's how it works. And I typically will use the radio microphone. I can use what I have here for it, but in all honesty, I just don't need to. I'm good with using the hand mic. It's just fine. And I spoke with a gentleman this evening from, in fact, it was the first call I made. I thought, gosh, I should have got this on YouTube because it would have been my first call and I could share it with you all, you guys, And I thought, well, darn it, But what was kind of neat about it was I had the opportunity to talk to him again. And he told me, he says, one of the things I really like about the Yaesu 101 is the transmit quality. The audio transmits fantastic. Here's one. So this is what's known as a top bander. Let me get you over the rig cam here real quick. I don't think there's any possible way we can tune this, but, there's never say die to. We'll try. They say that this tuner will tune a electric fence, and it is tuning basically an electric fence in a way. Oh my gosh. Let's see if we can make our first 160-meter call. I would love that. What a joy to do that with all of you. Hang on. See if we can make a call. I'd love that. That'd be so much fun to do with y'all. I'm going to turn off the amplifier here because it's not necessary this low. Typically, you want to use your amplifier, your preamp on a ham radio about 17 meters up. So 17, well, I should say, it's technically how you look at it. 17 up, meaning in frequency, in megahertz going up, okay? But then you look at top banders are at 160 meters. So from essentially about 18 megahertz up to, 55 megahertz, you use your preamps. They'll help you. Kilo 7 Hotel November. It even helps better when you turn your amplifier up. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Ah. Kilo 7 Hotel November. You could be seeing me having a dream come true. Kilo 7 Hotel November. I'm summarizing it on one of the blogs, Never know. You had to try, right? Just had to try. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Try one more time. They're into it. A lot of people are into that stuff. No. Oh, we tried. It's really gold, right? But he didn't know this. Had to try. Something that ham radio operator can appreciate, top banders are pretty famous for loving to work 160. Let's try one more time. Gotcha. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Well, we gave it a shot, right? First time. Wow. I'm excited. Kilo 7 Hotel November. This is my first top band try ever. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm from Independence, Oregon. Over. Yes, sir. You're coming in at 5.9.
I can't tell the difference between him and the noise.
5.9. 5.9.
Okay, finish compression on. And your amp.
Turn down this mic gain a little bit. That might be helpful. I said you're coming in at a 5.9 here into Independence, Oregon. Great signal tonight. That's pretty funny. All right. Well, I'll leave you guys to go. I just thought I'd try 160. I never made a call here before. Thanks anyway, guys. Yeah. Let's try something. Doesn't hurt to try. We're going to make one little tweak because you never know, right? We'll change antennas. We'll move to a different one and we'll see if the other antenna will work. Supposedly, well, not much better, really, in terms of what we got. You got my call sign. That was cool. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Is this any better, guys? Well, I changed antennas. I've never made a top band QSO before. This is my first. I'm just so excited right now. I can, well, you don't want to know what I could do. Yes, sir. Very first one. What's your call sign? I'm going to have to listen to this on replay to get that out. I wasn't quite able to pull you out through my static either, but I'm just so excited someone heard me. I can't stand it. I'll let you guys go. I don't want to bug you. 73, man. Key 7HN. God bless you. Thanks, guys, for giving me a shot.
Is that Larry?
Yes, it sure as heck is. Who's this?
Are you still running that icon?
No, I'm on a Yaesu 101 Mike Papa here. Over.
What is Larry at? Larry is in Independence, Oregon. Oh. Yeah, I can think you can tell on the radio wave.
Guys, if you wouldn't mind, could you give me your call signs one more time? I'm just so thrilled to make a call here. I can't stand it.
It can't be the first call because he got a license in 2019.
Yep. That would be me. Yep, I'm on a compromised antenna here. I've never even tried 160, but always wanted to. So if you could give me your call, this would be the biggest log I'd ever make.
This is the first time you've had a 160.
Roger that.
Oh, I get it. yeah, you're getting up, but you're pretty weak. And you're a little better now than you were at first. You can hardly hear you.
Well, I'm transmitting from one antenna and receiving on the other. Over.
Oh, okay. What are you using for a transmit antenna?
I'm actually going from a wire to transmit with and a vertical to hear you guys on.
What kind of transmitter antenna?
I'm actually using a modified G5RV, which is called a ZS6BKW. It's been great for me. I've worked a long ways with it, but I've never tried 160, so I'm using a tuner to make it work. And it's killing me on my watts, but at least you're hearing me. What's your call sign again? I'm so sorry.
Now, this is WJ as in George, number 6K as in Kentucky, W26K, and the name is Stan. I go Stanley.
Well, Stan, I am smiling from ear to ear just to finally make a call on 160. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
He said he could hear me. Your name is Larry Delta Tango Victor?
I can hear you as well. Yeah, you're coming in just fine here where I'm at. What was your call again? I'm sorry.
Whiskey America 6. Delta Tango Victor.
Okay, is that Whiskey Alpha 6 Delta Tango Victor?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you guys are both good numbers here. You're 5'9" to me here in Independence, Oregon. I'm doing a YouTube video. I do a show for people who are interested in getting into ham radio. I'm going to send you guys both a copy of this on your QRZ emails. Would that be okay?
Well, I'm good on QRZ. Just send me an email, that's all.
Yep, I'll get it over to you. How about you, Stan? Are you good on QRZ for your email?
Roger.
All right, good. Well, I'll let you guys go. You've made my night. I'm so happy, guys. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Wow. Whiskey George 6 Kilo and Whiskey Alpha 6 Delta Tango Victor Kilo 7 Hotel November 73. And God bless you guys. Thank you. You've made my whole night. Thanks, guys.
Well, look around because you're getting clear, louder and louder as we go.
I'll probably come back by and cut the video here in a second. I'll do that.
Yeah, because your signal is getting louder. It's not loud yet, but it's getting louder.
Well, I'll take it. Thanks, guys. I'll be back in a little bit. Thank you both. That right there to me, right there, folks, that right there to me meant everything. You know, it may not mean much to you if you don't understand ham radio or if you've done this for a long time, but to me, that was everything. And these guys are in California, okay, and maybe only, 500 to 1,000 miles away, but they're on 160. Oh my gosh, 160. Oh man. To think of, see, I live in a small lot, okay? And my lot doesn't really allow me other than to run a compromised vertical antenna because it really takes over 200 feet of copper wire to make a 160 meter antenna. Oh man, I'm so happy. I'm just thrilled right now. You got to know I am so happy. That's my first 160 meter call ever, and I am so thrilled. That was actually, just so you understand, the transmit was done off of the ZS6BKW Dipole. Receive was off of the high gain AV680 vertical. You can switch over transmit and receive. It's similar to what rigs will do, but I use a switch for my antennas. It just came to my mind before I gave up to maybe give that a try. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Yes! Woohoo! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Okay. You know what? There's no better way to end this video right now. We're going to make it show 33, 160, finally. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go have myself a celebration. This is Larry, Kilo 7 Hotel November. I've got some new friends to talk to on 160. Finally, 160. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you. Goodbye, everybody.